everyone. I figured today I would show you how I break down my husband's paycheck, how I figure out the that I budget for. What we do is he makes copies of all his pay stubs and he brings them home, and we add it up, whatever overtime, we figure that in, and then we figure all that out, and then I times that by 35%. So this way I know I'm taking enough money out for the taxes and for the medical, his 401k, because he has a 401k at work and they take a certain percentage out for that. So I figure I'm going to show you. Now this, I'm not going to use the actual numbers, the actual amount that my husband, he makes per hour, but I will show you how I do it by using other numbers. So, say my husband makes $16 an hour, okay, and out of that $16 an hour, he gets paid every 2 weeks. So that's times 80 would come out to $1,280. $1,280. Can you see that? Okay. Might have to move you in, zoom you in just a little bit more. Okay. $1,280. Now, with the $1,280, and he's making, what did I say, 16 or 15? If he gets any overtime, that would be 16 plus half of the 16, which would be 8, which is $24 an hour. And say he gets, let's say he gets like 4 hours overtime. So we times that by 4, which give him an extra $96. Then we add that up, 1280 plus 96 comes out to $1,376. Then what I do is I times this amount by 35%, which gives us $481.60. But I'm just going to go $482. Then we're going to minus that, which will give him a pay of $894. So this would be the estimate, the budgeted amount that I would figure out on would be the $894. And then I would list out all my bills from this amount. Now we know it's going to be more than that because I figure 35%. I rather be way under than be over and then not have enough in his paycheck to cover everything that I'm budgeting for. So I rather just do the $894 at the 35%, and then I would just figure it that way. So anything that is over the amount, we'll do that. So like, we'll take the $894. We're going to put just right up here, $894. Okay. Now out of this, we are going to need the mortgage, which is going to be $250. I know I'm writing this backwards, but I just want you to get the idea of how I break it down. So 94 minus 250 comes to 734. Normally we take out 214 for the car payment. This is what I do when he only gets paid twice a month. So, and then we minus that, would be 520. Now we have a household account, so anything that, the mortgage, utilities, cell phone, all that gets thrown into the household account. And then, you know, you have to pay your mortgage, you need a place to live, you have to pay your car payment because you need the car to get back to and from work. So those are the most important things that you need to do. Now your next important things is having your electric, your water, because you need that to live in the house. So we'll just say our electric is, let's say it's $75 a month. So we're going to divide that by 2, and that's going to be $37.50. So we'll just go $38 because I'm going to round everything up, and that is going to be for half of the electric. And then you're going to minus that. That's so you get your balance that's left. Now you need your water. You need a water bill because you need to take showers, do dishes, that kind of stuff, boil water and things. Say our water bill is $50, so I would take out $25 for the half, and then you minus that, which is $457. Now these two are actual because I want you to see the actual of how much I actually take out from the mortgage, depending on what his paycheck is and what his car payment is. The other ones are just estimated amounts. Sometimes they could be less, sometimes they could be more. Most likely they're usually more, but I usually budget more than what I'm budgeting here. So that would be for your water, because that is what you need to pay out. And then you have your cable, which is, we use it for the internet because I have a computer, so we use strictly the cable for that. We don't have cable coming into the house like for TV shows and things like that. We stream everything. We have a Roku, we have Hulu, we have Netflix, we have Amazon Prime, and that's what we watch. But you need the internet, which is through our cable company, and that will just say it's like $50 a month, so that's another $25 for the cable. That's every 2 weeks, and then you minus that, and that would be $432, because you have to pay your bills, your necessities and your bills first. So then you have your food, because you have to buy food for the house. So let's say the food per month is $250, so you have to take out $125 every 2 weeks for food, and then you minus that from your balance, which is $307. I just want to let you see the visual. So this is why I'm writing it backwards. Normally I would write it the other way, but I'm writing it backwards because I want you to see the visual of how much you would need, and then how in the order that you would have to put this in, so you would know these are the main things you need to, you have to pay first. So I think they consider it your 4 walls or something like that. I consider it my main priorities that need to be done first. So, of course, that's that there. Then you work on, like, the cell phone. We don't have a house phone, a regular house phone. We just use our cell phones for everything. So that is considered another utility for us. It's because we don't have a regular, like a landline phone. Everybody has their own cell phone. So we're going to budget, let's say it's like $20 every 2 weeks for the cell phone. Of course, mine is more than that, but $287. Then say you have, like me, I have 3 credit cards. I have a Care Credit, Capital One, and I have an Amazon. So Capital One, say that bill is like $60 a month, so you would need to budget out the $30 for Capital One. All right, and then minus that will give you 257, and you just keep going down the line, putting them in your top priority to your lowest priority. I mean, they all have to be paid, but this way you have your main visual of what you need to pay out first, and that is your mortgage, your car payments, your utilities, food. That's those you need are your main priorities that you need to either live. So let's do Amazon. Let's say that's like $25 a month. So it would come out to $12.50, so we would do like $13 for Amazon. And then we minus that, which is $244. Care Credit, my Care Credit bill is $105 a month. If you have a Care Credit bill and say it's only $100 a month, you would need to budget out to $50 every 2 weeks for Care Credit or any other credit cards. I'll just put credit card here, credit card here, credit card here, and just 1, 2, 3. That's if you have, I'm pretty sure everyone has different credit cards. Then we're going to minus that. It gives us $194. Okay. Now you have credit cards paid. You have your priorities that need to be done first, your food, cell phone, your credit cards. Now you come into what you are going to do we have a security system. So our security system would be, let's say it's $40 a month. So you have to budget $20 for the security system. And then you minus that, which is $174. Sorry, almost wrote a 9 there. $174. Now, security system, I can call them at any time and cancel it because I am no longer under contract with them. But that's one thing that me and my son and daughter-in-law, excuse me, my son and daughter-in-law and me and my husband, we split because that is with the house. So anything that has to do with the house, we split 50-50. So we're going to do $20. It's $40 a month, and we're going to do $20. So we have $174 left. Now I have let's say life insurance. If you have life insurance, if your life insurance is like $20 a month, then I would have to budget out $10 every 2 weeks for life insurance. And then that would bring us down to $164 a month. Now, like I said, we have Hulu, we have Amazon Prime, and we have Netflix. So my half of that is I pay my son pays the Amazon Prime, and then when that comes in, I give him half of that. He pays for Netflix, I pay for Hulu, because it works out to about the same amount of money for each one. So he just took one, he said, I'll pay this one, and I took the Hulu, I said, I'll pay this one. So that's only $7 every 2 weeks for Hulu. And then you minus that, which comes to $157. So you have $157. Then you can figure out if there's anything else. If you need gas for your car, that should have been up in here because that's a priority. So we have $157. You have to figure out gas for the car. I do $160 because my husband, he's on call 1 week out of the month, and he has to use his own personal vehicle, which the company does not reimburse him for gas. So we try to keep $200 at all times in the gas envelope. It doesn't always happen every month like that. But we got to a thing where I got him a gift card and we put money on that, so this way he can carry that on him, so he doesn't, instead of him asking me every 3, 4, 5 days for gas, then he can just use the gift card, and then he just tells me, well, I have to put more money on the gift card. So what we would do is I'm going to budget out for people who don't need that amount of money for gas, which my husband does, but we'll budget out and say we'll say $100 a month. So you would have to budget out $50 for gas, and that would give us $107. Every 2 weeks you would have to budget out $50 for gas. If you get paid weekly, then you would have to do $25. So everything, if you get paid weekly, then you would break these down in half again for your weekly budget. So this is what, this is how I figure out his paycheck, and this is how I budget for his paycheck. And then when the actual amount comes in, then we would know. Now, all your other stuff is, I always try to leave a buffer in the account. So, because I don't like going all the way down to a zero-based budget, so I try to leave a buffer in the account if I can. Like right now we have $107 left over, so I would probably take like maybe $40 as a buffer. That's just in case anything comes up. It's more like people, I think, call it miscellaneous. It's for in case anything comes up. Now you have $67. If you got everything, you don't have everything, into your thing, you have $67 left that you have for, your cash envelopes and your sinking funds. My suggestion is, now this is only for me, it's not for everybody. This is how I do my budgeting, and it won't work for everybody. It might not, but this is how I do it. You figure out what works for your family. Okay, this works for my family, but you have to figure out what would work for your family. I'm just giving you an idea of what works for my family. $67 left after you have your buffer. Then my thing is, since I don't really have a lot of money for my sinking funds, is I would take the $67, probably put it towards whatever debt you're trying to pay off at this time. As long as you have your buffer in the account, then you have that left over. Like right now, I'm trying to pay off my care credit. So I would take the minimum payment out, and then whatever I have left over here is what I would send to care credit to get that bill paid down. But this is what works for my family. It might not work for your family. You might have a better system that works better for you, which is fine. I'm just showing you how this works for me and my family. But like I said, I'm always looking for suggestions. I'm always looking for better ways to budget, like with stickers and things like that. So, right now I just gave you a visual of writing everything down of the main things you are going to need, to keep your household running. And this is what keeps my household running. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.